Hey, what's going on, guys? It's whirlwindgames here again, back with another deck profile. Who am I here with?
My name is Dylan Rains. I played Voiceless Ryzeal.
Voiceless Ryzeal. Okay, not the most popular Ryzeal variant, but still, it's a pretty good variant.
It's really funny because Detonator's a light, so it can't be targeted.
Very true, very true. Okay, let's go ahead and get right into it.
Alright, so I played, obviously, 3 low.
Yeah, flipping around real quick. You're good.
3 low, 3 Saphira,
Okay.
1 Old Man,
All right, one old man, love it.
4 Ritual, 2 of each, 2 Skull Guardian, 2 Cerebus the Ritual.
Okay.
And then I played 3 Barrier, 1 Blessing, 2 of the Ritual spell,
Okay.
1 Trap, 3 Pre-Prep, and then this is like some like your extenders and like combo starters in themselves. You have your Trias that tribute your fairies, and your fairies that you tribute would be Diviner.
Okay.
So this is like your main like Voiceless. It's like basically if you're like your core Voiceless engine, more or less.
Yeah.
It's a very big engine. It's like 27 cards for like an entire engine to function correctly.
All right. Is there anything that you would want to change within this specific engine here, or does it just kind of work out perfectly for you?
It's very standard. It's very consistent. Yes, it's a ritual deck, so you lose the Droll, so that's never a fun time.
Yeah.
But you know, Voiceless is a very low to the ground, consistent deck, so it's always fun to play.
Gotcha. Okay.
So we'll move this out of the way
Sure.
for you guys, so we can have some cleanliness.
Cleanliness. That's a big $10 word.
I know. So we'll move on to the sub engine,
Okay.
which was Ryzeal.
Whoa, Ryzeal sub-engine.
Yeah.
Whoa,
because
okay.
The cards are not my favorite, but
Fair.
They work.
Fair.
So it was 3x, 1 sword,
Okay.
and 1 ice.
Okay. Wow.
It's a very small package.
Yeah, very small.
You also play 2 bonfire, of course, to help search.
Yeah.
And then that's literally the entire main deck engine.
Okay, so it's basically just X as an extender to get things rolling.
Yes.
Okay.
And then, so this moves you to like your non-engine, the 1 pot, because you don't care necessarily about your extra deck, so you can just go, you open up the 1 of, you go pot for 6, and they ash it. If you have playable, it's fine, because it's like, all right, you get ash out of the way, so you can just continue playing. And then I played 2 Nib. Nib is like all right, but also Nib's a light that you can use as tribute fodder if you're going first. And then the 1 called by, of course. 2 talents. Some people are playing 3. I think 3 is like drowning in it almost. Because I've tested 3 before in like some other decks. I always draw 2 of it, and I'm like, I don't want.
Yeah,
this.
you don't want to draw 2 of it. You just want the 1.
Here's a funny. I played 2 Ash unknowingly.
Okay, unknowingly.
Yeah,
Okay.
I thought I had 3 in there because I was like taking some staples out of another deck. So it was just like, I thought they were there, and then I went through the list like after locals. There was only 2.
Oh, okay. That's nice.
Yeah, it's
So basically you won locals on a handicap then?
Yes.
Okay, that's fair.
And then I played 2 Ghost Ogre.
Okay.
Ghost Ogre is a pretty good card right now. If Ryzeal goes into like Duo Drive, you just Ogre the Duo Drive. They kind of cry because unless they have the extender, their turn's over. And then I played, of course, 3 Infirm.
Okay.
And that's it for the main deck. Main deck's 45 cards.
Okay.
Which Voiceless is a deck that doesn't mind to go over 40.
Right.
And 45 seemed very consistent.
Is there anything about the Ryzeal engine or even your non-engine that you would think about changing in the near future if you want to consider playing this deck, or?
Definitely remember your 3rd Ash.
Okay, that's fair. Yeah.
You could play the Charmies. You don't have a lot of room for non-engine, so that's like my kind of hit with the Charmies is like, if you have like 20 non-engine space, you can play them, but if you don't, it's like they're taking up space.
Okay.
But like Drolls would be nice to play in the main 2, but I actually sided the Drolls.
Okay.
But like, no, it's just like it's like you can play bells if bestial, like where bestials have been running around. Bells are really good. It protects your low and stuff like that, because then they can't banish the card.
Yeah.
But yeah, otherwise it felt very good.
Okay, good deal. Let's go ahead and check out that. Let's check out that side deck since we talked about that really quickly. Let's check out that side deck.
No problem. Played 2 Metal Tronus.
Okay.
I actually was playing against a Malice player.
Oh.
I Metal Tronus them with. They had I Metal Tronus one of their names with Underworld Goddess.
Oh. Okay. Because, yeah, that works.
They had done something to get, like, they had resolved Dormouse, so one of their names was high enough attack, and it was a light. No, it was the Griffin. It was Griffin's a light fiend. So I Metal Tronus them on the start of my turn, and just shut off the Griffin so I could play.
Okay. Yep. That definitely works.
It was really fun. And then here's the Drolls I was talking about. I played 2. I feel like 2 of hand traps aren't bad. They're like, because like sometimes if you have when you side in 3 of a thing, you always find 2 of it when you only want 1. So like 2 of hand traps I feel like is pretty comfortable, like because then I had like 2 evenly. Evenly is just a good card if you're like going second and like your hand's like good, but like you don't have enough to play through their board, so you can just like evenly them get rid of their field and then just like set up your own board that they can't get through on their turn. 2 Lancia for Malice. It actually came. I never saw it, but it's there in case I see it because it's a nice card to have. 2 Valor for just more non-engine, and then like your thrustable targets here with thrust, D-Barrier, and Ulti Slayer. This I actually never cited all the Ulti Slayers in. I always just played the Metal Tronus because there was like I had more options that way. And then D-Barrier to call XEs, fusions, whatever you need, and then thrust to search for anything.
Is there anything that you'd switch about your side deck, like maybe a 3rd Droll or 3rd Landseal or?
Yeah, you could do either one with that. Just cut down the 1 Ulti Slayer since you are playing thrust. But otherwise, no, it felt really good.
Gotcha. All right, good deal. Let's go ahead and check out that extra deck now. That extra deck that you use all the time with Voiceless.
Oh, obviously, it's like it goes crazy. So let's see here. We had the 1 detonator for like your obvious Ryzeal plays, and Dweller as well. I never actually made the Dweller, but it's there just in case. And then you have some Ulti Slayer targets here. In Maolong, it's just a synchro that you can send to get a draw. Garua for another draw. Exiton for Fiendsmith. Same with this card right here. It's also a Fiendsmith target. You can also just make it. I actually, in one of the games against the mouse player, I resolved Exiton, and then they also tried to like I went Exiton effect, then they chained book, and I went okay anyways. Get rid of your field.
Yeah.
And then you have the Tri-Brigade Link 2 because you get to draw a card, and then Aggregator for obvious aggregator reasons. And then this is when we get into like your kind of more standard Voiceless extra. You only played 1 Dynamundo. I would have liked to play 2, but like I was with Ulti Slayer targets and like extra stuff. There's really not enough room because if you're trying to make this more than once, it's like not very good. Herald of the Arclight, because it cycles back. It lets you get some of your like engine started. Entis for a pop. Chaos Angel because you can actually just like hard make Chaos Angel in the deck. And it's like it's a light only Chaos Angel, but it's still like pretty good. Anima for funny low plays. Almirage and Gardna for like the same thing, like when you kind of break, it still gives you something to do.
All right, well, do you have any closing remarks or any shout outs you want to give?
I'm gonna give a shout out to Trey for being a homie.
Oh wow. Okay. Only shout out. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks, Drains. Thanks for giving us your deck profile, and
no problem.
Good luck. You're going to YCS.
Rhode Island.
Where's it? YCS Rhode Island, Providence.
Yeah, it's Providence. Yeah.
All right. So make sure you guys check him out there. I'm sure he's got some sauce cooked up for that. So we'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.